When a book becomes a film, it's not a copy, it's a complete translation into a new language. So we have to stop asking which was better and start asking, how did the change in medium change the story's meaning? A novel lives inside a character's head, whispering their thoughts and fears. It's introspective. A film is the opposite. It's external. It can only show what happens. So how does a director show an abstract feeling like guilt? They can't just write it on the screen. This is where the filmmaker's toolkit comes in. An author might spend a page describing a character's poverty. A director shows it in a single 1-second shot of a frayed coat. That's mise-en-scène. Everything in the frame, from lighting to props, replacing the author's descriptions. The camera itself becomes the narrator. A low-angle shot looking up can make a character seem powerful, even if the book called them a coward. A close-up on an actor's face can reveal the internal conflict the book would have spelled out in a paragraph. And then there's the secret weapon, sound. A novel can't use a creeping musical score, what's called non-diegetic sound, to tell you something terrible is about to happen. Because filmmakers often have to cut over half of a book, they make thousands of these choices. They omit subplots, expand small moments, and transform the plot. This is why the most faithful adaptations aren't always the most powerful. The best ones don't just follow the book. They speak the unique language of cinema. Every frame is a choice. Every cut is a sentence. We just have to learn how to read them.